Hi guys, welcome back to another Minimum Wagers Kitchen. I'm Gigi and today I'm going to be making you a delicious Valentine strawberry cake to share. And by the way, this is a delicious strawberry cake with fresh strawberries and mascarpone strawberry cream as well. And today too, I'm making a full batch, so that'll actually yield about, two double layer cakes, and these are smaller layer cakes by the way, and cupcakes as well. Perfect for sharing. Yay! Well guys, I cannot wait to make this cake for you, so let's get started with the recipe, shall we? Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with our ingredients. So for today, we're going to go ahead and be using 2 1/4 cups of just regular all-purpose flour. I'm also going to be using 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar, 3 eggs, and go ahead and make sure these are beat. I'm also going to be using half a stick of butter or half a cup of softened butter as well. Make sure that's salted. That's going to also be 1 cup of regular milk, and today I'm just using regular whole milk. And then for our final ingredients for our cake mix here, that's going to be 6 tablespoons of just regular vegetable oil. Today I'm just using extra virgin olive oil. I'm also going to be using 3 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 1/2 cups of delicious chopped strawberries, and you want to get them about this big. So yeah. And then for the last ingredient, which we'll actually put aside, that's going to be 1 cup of triple berry jam or preserve. Today I'm using triple berry preserve. Alright, so let's get started with the recipe here. So first off, go ahead and roll up your sleeve or pull your sleeves up because you might get flour on you. Not just right now, but maybe later. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and start out with is our all-purpose flour and our baking powder. And that's going to be the only 2 dry ingredients you need to mix in for right now. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go ahead and incorporate that baking powder into the flour so it's well mixed. And I'll go ahead and start from the outside and push the flour inward. That way I can go ahead and get all the sides as well and make sure that baking powder is completely mixed in. So I'm going to go ahead and put this aside real quick here. And I'm sure you noticed the mixer is out. So handheld mixer is out with the paddles here. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is get the softened butter right out of the package into a large bowl. Bloop. And now with the spatula, I'm just going to go ahead and squish this butter down just a little bit here. That way I have a starting point when I pour in the sugar and start mixing with the mixer here. Next step, that sugar, dump that right in. Let's go ahead and get this all mixed up nice and fluffy for our next step for our strawberry cake. Yum! Let's go ahead and start this on low, and I'm going to go ahead and push this just a little bit away so I don't get any sugar, of course, on me. But because we did squish that butter down, it should really help eliminate a lot of sugar fly out is what I call it. So let's go ahead and start on low. You'll notice right away, you'll get more like crumbs. Look like pie crumbs when you're starting to make pie filling. So that's really what it should look like for the first 30-35 seconds or so. I'm going to go ahead and keep going here until it starts getting really fluffy and it starts incorporating into itself as well. This is pretty much done. It took no time at all. About a minute or so. And all I'm doing is I'm just pushing everything into the center of the bowl here just because I had a little bit stuck to the sides. But as you can see, nice and fluffy. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to our next step here. Alright guys, so next step vanilla extract. Boom, right in. Give our 3 eggs a quick whip. And right in the bowl as well. The veggie oil and milk. So we've got all of our ingredients in here, our wet ingredients that is. And again, I'm going to go ahead and start on low. By the way, using eggs that are room temperature are going to work way better as opposed to cold eggs because there is quite a bit of butter in there. That way you don't get little bits and pieces of butter. You're still being able to incorporate, really mix that butter in there as well with the sugar. Alright, so the mixture will look a little frothy, and that's perfectly fine. That's actually what we do want. So the next step is going to be adding our dry ingredients slowly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1/4 of the amount of flour mixture here at a time. And go ahead and give this a quick mix this way. It'll actually help it so it doesn't go everywhere. And again, start on low. Round 2. And again, that's 1/4 of the mixture. And now you'll start seeing the consistency as more of a cake batter that's starting to happen now. Alright, so let's go ahead for round 3. Número 4. Now let's go ahead and mix this for about 35 seconds to about a minute or so. And we should be good to go for this portion of the cake batter. So the batter is pretty much done. I'm just scraping off the sides here because I do want to show you what it looks like. There you go, super smooth. Ooh, deliciously yum. Huh. So that's a full batch right there. And now it is strawberry time. Strawberries. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just dump these right in. So for these, I'm going to go ahead and just mix these in because I do want chunks of strawberry in the cake mix. I'm just going to go ahead and spray the sides here with a little cooking spray. Whoa, that is quite some cooking spray there. Jeez. Carefully, I guess. Alright, well, those are done. What I'm going to do is the old-fashioned way and just scoop this right out. Fill these halfway up. Make sure I've got enough strawberries as well there. So if you are making half a batch, you'll definitely be able to make 1 double layer small 6-inch cake. Now if you're doing the whole batch, you'll be able to get a ton of cupcakes for sure. Well, maybe not a ton, but quite a bit. Or 2 double layer cakes. And that's 6-inch double layer cakes. I'm actually going to go ahead then and do 1 double layer cake. And I'm going to go ahead and make some cupcakes as well because I want to do something fun because why not? So let's go ahead and get some cupcakes built. Alright, so for the cupcakes, super easy. You've got your little liner here. I like to start out this way because it's just a little bit easier to manage. Today I'm going to go ahead and use a little cookie scoop here. And make sure you're picking up pieces of strawberry as well as you go along. I'm only going to fill these 3/4 of the way. Boom, there you go. Usually about 3 pieces of strawberry or so is pretty sufficient. Don't go overboard on the strawberries too, just because they do have moisture. And so you want to make sure that your cupcake also too isn't going to be a wet cupcake. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get these finished up here, and then we'll go ahead and pop these in the oven. See you in just a few moments. Alright guys, so I've got the 2 6-inch pans halfway filled. There you go. Strawberry pieces throughout. And I was able to manage to get 12 cupcakes, but I lost one in the process. A little bit messy, but hey, go ahead and make 11 instead. So we'll go ahead and make lucky 11. We're going to go ahead and pop these in the oven here, and that's going to be at 350 degrees. And for the cakes, that's going to be for about 20 to 25 minutes. And for the cupcakes, that's probably going to be about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and pop our cakes in the oven and our cupcakes as well. All right, see you in just a moment. All right, guys, I'm back, and I've gone ahead and taken out our cupcakes here. Let me go ahead and show you here. I don't want to drop these, so let me show you the one with like a ton of strawberries in there as well. That's our cupcakes. We got this one as well. And this is the one that I accidentally put a little too much, and now you see why. And that's all right. I mean, if you do want a dome, that's perfectly fine, but I figured that strawberry cream we're going to be putting on here is going to be delicious and decadent, and I think that having them a little bit flatter will be better just because we'll be able to add a little extra of that lovely cream. All right, so our cakes are ready to come out of the oven, so let me go ahead and turn off our oven here. And let's get these cakes out. Oh, that smells really good. And tons of strawberry pieces too. Oh, these are still nice and piping hot, but I did want to show you the strawberry pieces right there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let the cakes and the cupcakes as well. Gotta smell those again. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm going to go ahead and let these cool down for a good half hour. Another trick too is that you can pop them right in the freezer here for about maybe like 5 minutes. And then you can go ahead and put them in the refrigerator for a good 15-20 minutes. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get these all cooling. Whoa! And not dropped on me. And I will see you in about half an hour or so. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and start getting ready to make you some delicious strawberry mascarpone cream. While we wait for the cakes and the cupcakes to go ahead and cool down, did you know you can actually binge watch now? I've got a ton of videos up, so go ahead and click like and subscribe so you can watch all the videos. Alright guys, cupcakes and cakes are cooling, and in the meantime, so let's go ahead and make that strawberry mascarpone cream recipe. And that'll be for the cake for the top, the center of the cake as well, and then we'll go ahead and decorate our cupcakes with that as well. All right, let's get started. So for the ingredients, it's going to be 1 pint of heavy whipping cream, and make sure that's actually heavy whipping cream, not just regular whipping cream. For the next ingredient, that's going to be 8 ounces or a full cup of mascarpone cream cheese, 3/4 cup of sugar, and that's granulated sugar, and then 1 cup of delicious chopped strawberries. And as you can see, these are pretty small. All right, so let's get started with the recipe. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is get our pint of heavy whipping cream here. And right now my house smells delicious, like strawberries. I mean, literally strawberry cake. All right, so for our next ingredient, I'm going to go ahead and add our sugar. Give this just a quick stir. Get the sugar off the sides that I just dumped on there. All right, now that I have my sugar and heavy whipping cream in the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and start this on medium. And get that sugar started here. Mix in, and then go on to oh, you're going to get some whipped cream backsplash on you, just heads up. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this for about a minute to a minute and a half until it starts thickening just a little bit. All right, so it's been about a minute and a half and it's starting to thicken. So what I'm going to do next is grab the spatula here and dump this in about 3-4 sections throughout. Makes it a little bit easier to mix. And make sure you get all the mascarpone cheese out of your container with your spatula. Okay, so start on low and start mixing in your mascarpone cheese. Go ahead and turn it to medium. So for this part here, with the sugar, the heavy whipping cream, and the mascarpone cheese, you're going to go ahead and want to blend this in with your mixer for about 2 to 3 minutes. And I'll show you the consistency. It's going to be just a little bit thicker than regular whipping cream. So here we go. And that's why you want a big bowl. Because this definitely increases in volume. And I'll show you here how thick we want this. Like literally. Exactly. So you definitely want this to be quite thick. Also too, give it a quick taste. Has just enough sugar in there, and you get to taste that mascarpone cheese in there as well. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is add our delicious chopped strawberries, and let's go ahead and dump these right into here. All right, and with our mixer still here, let's go ahead and turn this on low, and we're going to go ahead and blend these in. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just barely breaking them just a little bit. That way, we can get a little bit more of that pulp in there from the berries. And we'll incorporate a little bit of that color too. So yeah, go ahead and pop this in the fridge if you need to for a good 30 minutes, and then it'll be ready to go ahead and put into a piping bag. So let's go ahead and start getting these ready with the piping bags here. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of them. All right, so let me go ahead and get started here. And really all you have to do is just like regular icing. And by the way, this is actually much easier. And because it is very airy, go ahead and give it a couple of taps there. That way you can fill your piping bag here all the way. All right, I'm back with the cakes and the cupcakes here. So here are our cupcakes, all cooled down, and then our cakes as well. So those are all cooled down, and I also have that triple berry preserve that I put aside earlier too. And I'll show you what to do with that here in just a few moments. For the cupcakes, we don't have to do much with these right now, but for the cakes, we do have to release them from the pan. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to go around and give me this little butter knife here, just to make sure it's not stuck. Remember, we do have our parchment paper underneath. So now it's just a matter of flip her over. And the parchment paper is stuck to the pan still. Easiest way to pull it out. Ta-da! All right, so let me go ahead and release this one as well. And go around and give it just a quick lift. And voila. And again, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and check the bottom here. Those are nice and springy, which means they got baked all the way. And we're not going to be cutting these evenly because there is going to be that cream. So I'm going to pick the one with the highest dome. And I'm going to go ahead and just give it just a little squish with my fingers here. I know, you're like, what are you doing? Just give her just a little squish. There you go. That's actually also too going to help for that triple berry preserve that I have right here. When I go ahead and put down that strawberry mascarpone cream on here, I am going to go ahead and add some of that triple berry as well. We're also going to use the remainder here for our cupcake. So let me go ahead and grab that strawberry mascarpone cream, and I'll be right back to show you how to put these together. So what I'm going to do is, on that one portion, first off, go ahead and twist your bag underneath like this. That way you have something to hold on securely. All right, so this one's the one that I pressed down gently, and that's the one that had the bigger dome. So what I'll do is I'm going to start from the center, and you are going to have pieces of strawberry coming out of here, so that's why you want to cut that hole onto your bag a little bit thicker. All right, so this part does not need to be nice and tidy. So that's what I got for you here. Now, go ahead and get this a little bit more secure here. What I'm going to do is a little bit harder on this angle here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the outside and in, and just fill these little areas up here. Just to make sure I'm covering that whole area. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and just even out the top right there. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is use some of this triple berry preserve, plop that right in the center. We're also going to use this on the top as well. You're going to go ahead and go around that one circle. We're going to go ahead and put the top of our cake on here. A little bit more of that cream. So this time instead, we're going to go ahead and go around. Full circle. Use the rest of our cream. That way we have a nice little circle. And go around here. Now, we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit more of that triple berry preserve. So with that pound of strawberries that I bought, I was able to get about 4 strawberries out of here that I could cut up in just segments like this. And segments and pieces like this, so just sideways. And what I'm going to do is follow that pattern underneath there. And go around. And again, these do not have to be perfect. But you definitely want to continue the pattern. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep decorating the cake, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a few moments with these little pieces of strawberry here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this came out so cute! Alright, so let's go ahead and start with our cupcake. Got a little bit of that triple berry here left, and what I'm going to do is put about a teaspoon or so onto each cupcake. Just like that. Spread that around. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and put the triple berry preserve onto each one. That's about a teaspoon or so. So, next step, I'm going to go ahead and grab the piping bag here. And remember, this does have chunks of strawberry in it. So I'm going to go ahead and start from the outside. And go right in. Boom. There we go. And for these, I am going to put a couple of the Valentine's decorations on here. You can do slices of strawberry or pop a strawberry on there as well if you'd like. Alright, so cupcakes are pretty much done, so that's what they look like. Nice chunks of strawberry and that cream there too. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to just throw some fun decorations on here just to make them all fun and very Valentine-y. I'm going to go ahead and use these really cute little heart sprinkles, which I thought really were cute because they match my cardigan. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get these on here. So what I'm going to do is just do a little pattern. I think that is going to look super cute. Oh, that's cute. I can't wait to try these with the fresh strawberries. Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys, so I've got the cake out here, sitting out. Looking all nice. I have it a little bit sideways here just because I want to be able to take this off and show you what the top looks like here in just a few moments. I'm just so scared of like dropping it. It's pretty darn stable. I don't think it's going to drop, but just to make sure. Anyhow, I've got all the cupcakes all done and decorated. So cute. And I'll show you what they look like. I had the preserve come out just a little bit there on purpose. And then I ended up putting some of those little hearts on top of there. Little pieces of strawberry in between. And then for this one, I just went ahead and kept it pretty simple. Put a little bit of those tiny pearl sprinkles on top and then just, oops! And then just a little heart on top. And for a cake, oh my gosh. The cake came out so cute. I really was trying to go more for like what a angel food cake would look like, or like a Victorian cake is really what I was going for. I wanted to keep it that kind of like fun but simple at the same time. So yeah, you can take a look here. So what I did is I put some of the triple berry preserve right in the center there. And do remember we had a little bit of that preserve around, and then we put around that the cream ring around here just to keep everything stable. So yeah, now you can take a look. And I only used about 4 strawberries for this part here. So let me go ahead and very gently put this onto our wonderful little cake stand here. Alright, you guys, so here's the mini version of these guys here. And let's go ahead and give these a taste. Very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. And you know me, I'm going to go ahead and open this right up and see what the inside of that lovely cake looks like. And also, too, the strawberries. Oh my gosh. Wow. So let me show you real quick. That looks delectable. So first off, look at all those strawberry pieces. Also too, with that triple berry preserve already on there. Wow, this is exciting. So let's give her a taste. Wow, that's delicious. I need to have another bite. Especially too with the cream here. All those strawberry pieces in here. Well, it's so good I ate the whole freaking thing. Okay, one thing I really like about this recipe is that the batter itself is not ultra sweet, so you can really taste the fruit pieces in there as well. And when you have that strawberry mascarpone cream on the top, because it's not as much strawberry, that's the first thing you start tasting, a little bit, tiny bit of that fruit, and then the mascarpone cheese as well with the sugar. So these are excellent. I'm happy with these, and I'm super duper excited that I got to share these with you because they are delicious. And now for the grand finale, let's go ahead and cut into this cake. Ah, yes, double layer cakes, and when it has to deal with like the first cut, always nerve-wracking. All right, I think I've got it. Yay! Nice little slice there. All right, you guys, and the cake's gonna be just a little bit different and a little bit more flavorful just because it does have a little bit more of that triple berry preserve. So let's go ahead and give this a taste. And oh my gosh, let me show you. Play about layer there. Not bad. It's a lovely cake. Huh. All right, let's go ahead and give this a taste. Let's start with the top here. And that strawberry. Mm. Really good. It's so nice to have those sweet, nice, fresh strawberries in there. And then, of course, too, with that nice strawberry mascarpone cream, not overkill in the flavor, it's just light enough. So that way you can get a little bit more of that flavor throughout. And with that triple berry preserve, gives it that extra sweetness right in the center. So that way, as you're eating through the cake, you get these nice, delicious, not only textures, but also too, flavors, different flavors. Mm. Also too, the cake is super moist, not dry at all. And it's one of those cakes too that will keep overnight in the fridge. And you can stick these right in the freezer as well. Our cake has shifted a little bit. That's mostly because I took a huge chunk out of it. And yeah, I can't stop eating this either. Well, you guys, I think this one is a great success, and I think you're going to really, really enjoy this recipe because I certainly cannot put this down. Well, you guys, I had so much fun making these for you. These are excellent and delicious. You have to try out the recipe. And definitely, if you do try out the recipe, leave me a comment. Oh, and sharing is caring, so don't forget to share the video. Well, you guys, I had a great time making this awesome strawberry cake for you, including too these very cute Valentine strawberry cupcakes. And in the meantime, I will see you on the next Minimum Wagers Kitchen. See you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.